This problem is number 42 in your math book. It's on page 272. It says, at Lena's restaurant, one serving of chili is 1.5 cups. The chef makes 48 cups of chili each night. How many servings of chili are in 48 cups? So let's first of all, let's look at some key terms here. We've got 1.5 and we've got 48. So one serving of chili is 1.5 cups. So basically, they clearly want us to divide here, and what we're going to be doing is dividing the 48 by 1.5. Because if it said one serving of chili is 2 cups, and the chef makes 48 cups of chili each night, you know that 48 divided by 2. Well, it's the same thing. If you want to pretend that the fraction is a whole number at first, the mixed number in this case, you can do that just to help you better understand the problem. So we're going to be doing 48 divided by 1.5. And in order to do that, we have to make this an improper fraction first. So I'm going to make it 48 divided by 3 halves. And now this is something that I can do. 48 is a whole number, so I'm just going to put that as a fraction, and to put it as a fraction, I just put it over 1, right? Because 48, this little line here, it means fractions. We always think of fractions, but it really means the operation of division. So 48 divided by 1, it's still 48. We haven't changed the value of the number. Now I just do keep, change, flip. And I'm running out of space here, so I'm going to do it off to the right. But I keep the first fraction the same. That's the 48 over 1. I change division to multiplication, and I flip the last fraction. That's, of course, called getting the reciprocal. So I have 48 times 2 over 3. And then I can just simply cross-reduce here. So I know that the sum of the digits in the numerator here, 48, is 12, right? 4 plus 8 is 12. So that means 3 goes into it. Hopefully we remember those divisibility rules from earlier this year. So I'm going to cross that out, and I know 48, 3 goes into it 16 times. If you have to show your work for that, by all means, show your work. And I know that 3 will become a 1 because I'm just dividing it by 3. Now I can multiply straight across. 16 times 2, that equals 32. And then 1 times 1 is equal to 1. And 32 over 1 is just 32. Does this answer make sense? Let's look at our word problem again. It's asking us how many servings of chili are in 48 cups. Well, we know it's going to be less than 48 because in each cup there's more than one serving. If it was 1 cup in each serving, we'd say it was 48, but we know it's going to be less than 48, and it's not quite going to be 24 because that would mean that this would be 2 cups, this number right here. So I would say 32 is a pretty good number here. So we could say in a sentence, just restate it. There are 32, and then just restate this, servings of chili in 48 cups. This is number 43. It's the very next problem. It says, Rula bought 12 pounds of raisins. She packed them into freezer bags so that each bag weighs 3/4 of a pound. How many freezer bags did she pack? Well, again, we could do division here and do keep, change, flip. I want to help you understand, though, what the problem's asking exactly. So they're saying she bought 12 pounds of raisins. And each bag weighs 3/4 of a pound. So let's say that this right here is a bag of raisins. I know it's a box, but it's how we usually think of raisins. I'm going to say that this is going to weigh 3/4 of a color, 3/4 of a pound. If I was to take that and get another bag, that right there would be 3/4 plus 3/4 pounds, wouldn't it? And if we do the math for that, 3/4 plus 3/4, you guys remember this? You don't want to add the numerators. I mean, you do want to add the numerators, I'm sorry. You don't want to add the denominators. We get 6/4. And I could keep doing that if I wanted to. So let's say I have another one here and another one here. Well, I know that 2 of them was 6/4, so these 2 right here also have to be 6/4. So what's 6/4 plus 6/4? 6/4 plus 6/4 equals 12/4. And 12/4 equals 3. So I know that 4 of these bags of raisins, if you will, they're going to equal 3 pounds. So that would mean, since there's 4 here, we're going to have more bags than we are pounds. So when you do the workout, you should have more bags than you have pounds. So we started with 12 pounds. Our answer is going to be more than 12. All right, and if I wanted to do keep, change, flip here, I'll do it now. 12 over 1. We keep 12 over 1. We change division to multiplication. I take the reciprocal, and that's what I'm left with. Let's multiply here. 3 goes into 12 4 times. I can change the 3 to a 1. And now it's just 4 times 4, which is 16 over 1. And 16 over 1 equals 16. So this, what I did here, it had nothing to do with division. But I think a lot of times we get these problems, and yeah, now it's familiar to us. But in 2 months, maybe doing addition here will help us when keep, change, flip isn't fresh in our mind.